Jaya Shivara Jaya here from vitalcoaching.com. The topic for this video is why your men might shut down. Why is it that men sometimes close down, they become energetically or emotionally unavailable? You had sex or you engage into this connection with this man, and then eventually he might shut down, or he might withdraw. So this is a recurring topic that I'm having right now. I'm coaching lots of women on this topic, over the last few years. And, you are a woman and you meet this man and this guy opens up for a while, or he might be holding back a little bit, but you wonder, what can you do? Or what is happening? Why is it that he might shut down or withdraw emotionally at any given point? And what I notice is this: the dialogue or the conversation goes like that. When I'm speaking with these women, here's what comes up. I'm dating this man and he's energetically or emotionally unavailable. He's not opening up to me. He's withdrawing. He's not, really showing himself. He's not making himself vulnerable. And when I check a little bit deeper, I can see that at some point or another, there was a conflict, or there was a demand, or there was a pressure put on the man. You might say, wow, poor thing, you're in a relationship, you better deal with it. Yeah, that's a way of looking at it. But I would just want to open your eyes here a little bit and make you realize that there is a quality that a man needs to be able to open up. And it's the same for you, actually. It is energetic and emotional safety. You're not going to have sex with somebody who is being abusive or demanding or putting you under pressure. You are going to open up to somebody who is providing a certain amount of degree of emotional safety, holding space for you. And so there is this double thing, because part of you as a woman, you want to be, real. You want to be sometimes too much. There are lots of posts on that on Facebook, for instance, where women go like, I want to be too much. I want to be able to be wild and extreme and be my complete self without holding back any part of myself, without filtering, without putting myself, my desires and my needs aside. And that's beautiful, okay? I'm not saying that this is wrong, but what I'm saying is that sometimes for a man, it's just going to be too much. And his only reaction, his only possibility is to retreat, to withdraw, to protect his heart and to protect his energetic and emotional well-being. Just give me one second. Here we go. Green power, I'm going to turn into Hulk. Watch out. So, this is the simple thing to understand. It is that it is an organic thing. It's not about somebody being right or wrong, or a man having to do the effort to open himself to you. It's like it's an instinctual reaction. If you start beating a dog, or you start aggressing or attacking or threatening a child, that child is going to retreat, or that dog is going to run away. And it's a natural instinctual reaction, because when we feel that our life or our emotional safety is in danger, we just retreat. We withhold. We go back to our cave, and sometimes we're going to fight back. And so, if you're a woman and you want your man to open up, what I want to tell you here is that it's possible, and it's within the range of what you can actually do. It means that depending on the ingredients that you put into his life, he's going to respond in completely different ways. He might completely shut down or completely open up. And I've been exposed to different situations in my relationships and in relating, and I witnessed that also in my male friends and in their relationships. Depending on how the woman is relating to him or to us, the man is going to naturally open up and show himself and feel really safe, or he's going to have a tendency to shut down and withdraw his emotions and his love from you. And it's just an organic thing, okay? Does it mean that you have to change your behavior? No, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm telling you that depending on what you bring or what you give or how you behave or how you relate to a man, that man is going to have different reactions. So because of the training that I have, or because of the coaching, or because of the different degrees of depth in my relationships, I'm aware of certain things. And those things are called the shadows that are happening within relationships. And I can see now that when a woman is being aggressive in my direction, or is having a tantrum, or is being intense, or having demands or control or pressure, then somehow I did develop inside of me an ability to deal with that without necessarily having to shut down. But that takes a lot of work, a lot of focus and understanding to realize, okay, there is something right now that is really intense coming in my direction, and I'm going to make the effort of staying open to this firewall coming in my direction that might be a firewall of anger and frustration and rage and attack, and maybe we just had sex. Okay? So it's important to realize that. It's important to realize that depending on the ingredients that we put in there, it's going to generate certain results. Some men are really well equipped to deal with female intensity, and some other men are not. You might say, well, that's immature. You might label it the way you want, but a man shutting down or closing down his emotions towards you, or shutting down his heart, is sometimes his best shot at feeling safe and are feeling like he can survive the intensity in a relationship. So, what we are talking about here now are the shadows of relating, right? It's shadows, shadows and relationships are beautiful by themselves. We're not trying to be perfect here. We're not trying to behave in all domesticated ways, But think about that for yourself as well. For instance, if you have a man in your field who is energetically threatening you, having jealousy outbreaks, that man is too much. How are you going to respond to that man? Are you going to be like, yeah, great, he's testing me and let's stay open, or are you going to tend to retreat and protect yourself? Think about it. If you mirror the situation, how is he going to respond? So if you see a man shutting down, sometimes it's not because of what you have been doing, but sometimes it's because of the things that have been happening also in his past. He might be wounded from past relationships and tend to withdraw or hold back the moment he feels just a little inch of either criticism or controlling patterns or anything coming in his field that is uncomfortable. And you have to understand that. It doesn't mean that this man is wrong, bad, disabled. He's doing probably his best. But realize that holding warm space for him and nurturing his inner child and giving him space to basically heal in your presence without feeling threatened, then might do the trick of him slowly, gently opening up to you. And especially when it comes to private spaces, for instance, in your own house, we want to create energetic and emotional safety. So basically, this is the key word, and what I want you to remember is that if you feel frustrated because a man in your life right now is not opening up, the core quality, the thing that you want to strengthen, what you want to prioritize is energetic and emotional safety. And if you are a woman who tends to freak out, be in emotionally reactive modes, be demanding, pressure, jealous, and be intense to be around, that's beautiful. That's your Kali nature. I'm not here to challenge that or to criticize that, but realize that if you come with something that is softer, more of a softer Shakti vibe, that man might suddenly turn around and start opening up himself to you. It's just human nature. It's just instinctual nature. This is the way we are geared. There is nothing wrong either way, but just realize that you can be the conscious designer of how a man is going to be responding to you. And I witnessed that really, really firsthand with partners, with lovers, with who I have been experimenting and trying. And I tell this woman sometimes, I say, look, right now, as you are sharing what you're sharing, I can feel my body contracting and retracting. And then she might change her dialogue. She might change her conversation towards me. And then create a space of emotional safety by simply saying these things. I want you to feel safe. I want you to feel free. I want you to be ready, or to feel this sense of safety around us. I want to express love towards you. So those words are naturally opening me up, and then eventually I see the change. Within 5 minutes, I can go from being completely shut down to being completely open. And it's just an organic thing. And I mean, I'm used to playing with emotions and feelings and energies. So simply witnessing that and realizing that you have a massive power of impact on how a man is going to position himself towards you. So if you watch this video, realize that this is what you can do. You can consciously design that. It's not the only thing that is going to make a man open up. There is way more than that. You know, it's an alchemical process. It's a fine-tuning process. But this is the first tip that I want to give you. Create emotional safety. Give that man spaciousness. Give that man freedom. Give that man the luxury of emotional peace in his life. And you will see him relaxing in your space and eventually opening up energetically and emotionally towards you. Hope that makes sense. If you have any questions or any feedback or any experience in your life of witnessing that happening, just post in the comments, message me, enter into this dialogue or conversation. And especially if you have a challenge that you are facing with your man and you would like some help on that, sign up for a coaching call with me or face-to-face, come and meet me, have lunch with me, whatever. We are going to figure out a way of helping you with that. Relationships, coupling experiences are really beautiful. They are really a profound experimental area where we can stretch ourselves. And so don't let, you know, a little challenge stop you. There is always a solution. In my experience, there are always tricks, mindsets, values that you can reinforce to actually create a deeper connection with somebody you love. And I love you. I'll see you soon.